Montgomery, Baylor.
This season, Phillip Montgomery's Baylor offense has put up video game numbers. He calls the plays for an offense that has gained more yards than any offense in NCAA history. Montgomery's Bears are averaging a whopping 661 yards a game. Baylor is also on pace to break the NCAA scoring record. Montgomery's Bears average 56.8 points a game. The numbers even more impressive when you consider the Bears' top deep threat receiver and two top running backs were lost to injuries. Montgomery's Bear offense has done it with balance. 280 yards rushing a game, that's second most in Baylor history, 41 rushing touchdowns. They're also averaging a school record 381 yards passing a game, and the 29 touchdown passes, third most in school history. And all this was accomplished with a first-year starting quarterback, Bryce Petty. Montgomery has worked his magic at Baylor the last 3 seasons with 3 different quarterbacks. And over the past 3 seasons, no offense in the country has been more productive than Phillip Montgomery's Baylor Bears. Today, a new honor for the play caller behind Baylor's rise. Phillip Montgomery is a Broyles Award finalist.
Thank y'all very much. I appreciate it. I want to thank the Rotary Club. It's been, and all the hosts, y'all have been wonderful. Got to meet a ton of wonderful people, my wife and I, and you know, you've welcomed us here. We've enjoyed our time here. It's been a special occasion. We're very humbled and honored to be here. Want to thank Coach. Got a chance to visit with him this morning at breakfast and to hear some stories, and you got to love those. And one of these days we'll be able to sit down again and do that. But just to sit back and hear the stories and to understand all the things that he's been through and all the coaches that have gone through his system. And as you look at that list in the program and you see those guys that have gone on and done unbelievable things throughout their career, it's a privilege and an honor to finally meet him in person. So I want to thank you, Coach. I want to thank Baylor University for giving me the opportunity to be a part of this, and Coach Broyles, and for what he's meant to me and for what he's meant to our family. I want to thank my wife. She's been with me for a long time now, and she's the one that kind of keeps me going. She pushes me out the door. She cheers with me when things are good, and when things are bad, she's the one that I come home and bawl to, basically, and my kids take care of all of those things. So they're back at home at school, and my son really wanted to be here. He tried to talk my wife out of it. You know, he wanted to come meet all the coaches and do all of that and tell her to stay home and take care of Macy, but that didn't work out quite as well. I am the oddball up here. My dad is the preacher out of everybody. You know, and I'm not the one that enjoys the mic. He is, and he could be up here and he'd be back and forth beating on the Bible and making sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. The best part is, though, is his group of friends that as he's out there being an old Church of Christ preacher and having to wear Baylor attire everywhere he goes, and they get to, you know, give him a hard time about that. And especially he lives close to Abilene Christian University, and he's a graduate of that. So as he wears that on campus, it doesn't always go over as well as it should. So, but we're proud of that, and for what my dad has brought to our life and my parents and the way that they've brought us up. It's been a big part of who I am and what we do. As you start talking about why we get into this, and Coach did a great job with it. You know, I got into this. This is all I've ever really wanted to do. I knew it from the time I was in junior high and getting to be around coaches and getting to be around guys playing the game. And for me, it's all about the passion of wanting to work with kids and be around kids and be a part of their lives and see how they can change and grow and mature and become men that can be leaders in your community. And luckily for me, I've been around a lot of good coaches. Our head coach, Coach Broyles, who's up for a lot of awards this year, and he deserves every one of them, but he's a man that really has kind of brought me through the ranks because of just the way and the way he does things, his vision of how he puts together programs and the passion at which he does it. And to be able to be around him and to be able to use him as a guy to be able to bounce ideas off of and just as a mentor to grow as a coach and to try to grow as a guy that has goals out there that he wants to achieve. But Coach is really the reason why Baylor has done what it's done. And, you know, our offense has put up good numbers. Our defense has been unbelievable this year. the part about our staff is that we've been together a long time. Coach Broyles has been the head coach forever, but myself, Coach Clements, we were with him all the way back in those Stephenville days. His son Kendall coaches our receivers, and I got to coach Kendall when he was in high school. He was part of one of those state championships. His son-in-law Jeff coaches our running backs, so it's kind of a family-type unit. And it's a great honor to be able to coach with those guys and be able to come to work every day and coach with your friends, enjoy your job, get out there, work hard, work long hours, do all of those things, but enjoy every minute that you're up there. And that's part of being a coach, and that's the thing that you love about it. It's not the hours. It's the amount of time that you put in it, the effort you put in it, the passion you put into it. And to see those kids as they grow and mature and develop and as they achieve things and the joy that comes out of their heart and comes out of their souls, that they lay it in between those lines every Saturday. So that part of it's been wonderful. That's been part of my life. That's been the thing that's kind of driven us. And it's a special place, and it's a special calling to be that. We're excited about, where we're headed. This is the first time Baylor has got a chance to go to a BCS game. We get to play the Central Florida, and we're excited about that opportunity. Baylor Nation has really come on. We've got a new stadium. We just, finished up, and I found out here in Arkansas that there's a lot of people that are excited that we beat Texas for whatever reason. Everybody comes back. I'm sure glad you won that game, and so that was a good deal. But we got to close out the case, and we're going to get to open up a new one, and it's building right across the river. And so we got things going in the right direction all the way across the board, not just football, but all athletics. So I'm proud to represent our football team, our coaching staff, and our university here. And again, thank you.